Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. Thank you for coming back. I'm Denise. So in case you don't know my name, I'll answer to almost anything as long as it's kind, honestly. So anyway, this reading will be for Trump's flumps, March 2022, going through the Trump crime family. So anyway, we'll see what's coming through for him for this month. And if anything interesting comes up in between, of course, I'll do a separate video. But anyway, let me drop the camera down and get started. Okay, so I decided to use the Kipper, Tarot Marchetti's, and most of all, because I want to see how things are going to go for him legally. I mean, of course, we know that's either that or humiliation, but then again, monetary humiliation is probably the only thing that's going to make his soul come into alignment. Oh, goodness. Okay. So I know he and Ivanka and Don Jr., they still have to go before Letitia James has deposed them to come in. So they already got information from Eric. I think was it last month or the month before that, I forget. Man, are we tired of these guys or what? Okay. How's it gonna go for Donald John Trump, the month of March 2022? He's thinking about something, planning, strategizing. And there's Ivanka. And their successful involvement. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. And there's one of the boys. I'm thinking that's Don Jr. because Eric's already... Yeah, Eric's has to give something, or Don Jr. has to give something. Yeah, okay. So I might... You know what, I'll leave these out here in case I add another layer over, because I think this is the base of the reading, and if I put the camera up too high, it's harder to see the cards. So let me just do it this way. Bear with me while I get these going to spread out, because I can tell I'm going to need another layer. Okay. Like a monkey or a puppy with all these paws. God. Wow. So look at right in the theme, right in the middle, we've got Ivanka. It's definitely my Ivanka card, and Don Jr. I'm guessing because of course Eric has already been in, but this could be the stand-in for either one of them. This could also be Ivanka's ambitions. But I'm thinking I can read it on two different layers. So anyway, so this is Ivanka, I think, coming in and being deposed. This is just for him, right? So we have to remember, this is him thinking about her and the bond that they have. And I think he's probably worried about, is she going to deceive him? She's up here in control. And she has intimate details as to how they ran their businesses, right? And that's what Letitia James wants to know all about. How did they evaluate their properties? And I'm guessing they kept more than 2 sets of books, right? Talked about that in the past, right? There's one set that they keep that's the truth of what they know, and then there's another set that they give to the to the banks when they want to get a loan. And then there's another set that's completely undervalued for the IRS for tax purposes. So, and that goes across the board when it comes to insurance, and whether they want to increase it, inflate it, or decrease it, devalue it, depends on what they want to do. So who knows how many sets of books these dirtbags have had. But anyway, Ivanka is up here in control, and she knows the intimate details of the entire family. She's not innocent in any way. And sneaking up behind her, but she does have some control, because I'm guessing she knows all. This thievery card has to do with the loss that could come in from a past, level of, when you're not responsible, when you're not doing things the right way. Yeah, and in this case, with the thief card, it's like sometimes it's a distraction, but in this case, in the context of this situation, I feel like they know there's something missing, and so this would be the devaluation of properties. And with the Lovers card, it's like, yeah, gross to think about them being lovers, but I don't think it's that. This card to me is saying that she's been loyal in the past, right? She's been loyal to him. And she's also known, well, on one level, on this one level, she's going to have a loss because of her lack of responsibility in the matter. And that's behind her back, and she's sneaking up on her, and she might not know, even though she's trying to be as loyal as she can to her father. But we've gotten before in the past that I've gotten it in many of my readings, and then every time I would read with Lisa and Debbie in our live stream, in our Tuesdays 1:11 live, and I'm sure Debbie and Lisa have gotten it in theirs too, is that Ivanka flips. She winds up flipping. So we'll see more when I read on her again, but she may have even flipped in the past. I think I read on her. Oh, that's right. Danny Shea and I read on her. And I remember I think I got the spatula yeah, I did. I remember in the, using the deck of character, I got the spatula. Danny said something funny like, flipped like a fried egg. So yeah, so that's coming up behind her. I think she knows she's gonna have to do it. And she's got more. I'm thinking she has more information than her brothers. And then on that other layer I was talking about, that other level, this could be her with her ambitions to be deceptive. She's the one that's deceptive. She's the one that's, I doubt she's like jealous of her brothers. I think it's the other way around. This would be her brothers jealous of her. But she's got the goods, And this is her trying to avoid them getting closer. But she's going to have to. She's absolutely going to have to. And I think on a weird level, this is saying she's the one that gives the information. See, when you have the thief hanging above either of the money cards, and this one doesn't have to be money. This can even be visitors that come in. So this is interesting. But when you have the thief card and then the false person in the same row, when you have these two cards near money, it just cancels everything out. Now, this card there's 4 money cards in the Kipper deck. And oh yeah, if you guys want to learn Kipper, become a member. Just join in my memberships. You can go in and out. You can do it for just a month and whatever, and then leave and come back if you ever want to. But I did finish all of the Kipper lessons. All of the Lenormand lessons are in there, including how to read a grand tableau. And those rules would apply to the Kipper as well. Spreads, everything's in there, plus a bunch of astrology lessons and tarot lessons too. The astrology, I still have a few more that I want to do that's more intermediate level, but it's pretty much right there. Everything's there. Planet, signs, houses, all of that. Aspects, everything. But anyway, so back to this. This takes away... This steals, this takes away, this is a warning that sneaks up. And I think she's got all that info about the how they devalued, of course. She would know everything. And then, because they helped him run the business, and she's got the goods. She's got the information to give. But then back to this card here, the difference between this one is that this has to do with sometimes profits. So I'm thinking like profits and loss. She knows about that. She also knows about insurance payouts that they may have, and then also payouts, or the way they would devaluate things for insurance companies. This card up here just takes away any good improvements or any money coming in from this would be Trump, right? So Trump has her. And he's thinking about it. She's sneaking up on the whole thing, and she knows all. This is so weird how this turned into just a reading about Ivanka. But this is what's really affecting him. This is his march. He's worried this month, all month, or until they do, maybe they get to, maybe the 3 of them get to... delay somehow coming in, the deposition. There's that real possibility. But he's thinking about it. And I think he knows that she'll take care of herself. Eventually, he's got to be figuring that out. Yeah, wow. So the success that they had and the grifting that they did, she knows everything about it. And she's up here, and she'll deceive until the cows come home, and she'll avoid. And I think the reason all these cards are here is it's not only explaining the situation about what they've done, about their, the declarations on their tax forms, insurance, bank fraud, all of that, right? I mean, we can't forget that they've lost their ability. Mazars has taken away their ability to get loans anymore, and basically fired the business and said we can't be that the paperwork that the accounting that they've been doing based off the records that they've been given, they can't be relied upon anymore. So why would they put themselves out there? But then again, I'm thinking that they've been the money laundering company for or accounting firm for years, and they're just afraid of getting busted further. I feel like they did it based on fear. Their decision was based on fear, of course. So there's Okay, so on one level, this is Ivanka with her ambitions. If this isn't a person, I'm going to read it as the energy of the card, which is ambitions, to evade the matter and deceive. And she's even mulling it over too, but this is a lot to do with Trump. This thoughts card, it has to do with memories of the past. It has to do with, I think he's like imagining what she might do, and he's wondering, and he's probably trying to come to a resolution, but she's coming up behind him, and she's got they have the bond, they have the partnership. This is their business partnership. And that's what he's thinking about. What will they say? Okay, so let's draw another layer. A little bit more. So that's the base. All right, so that's the movement. This is the money. Rules and regulations, tax laws, person you have to talk to. Something's ending that's very painful. Oh, yeah, of course. His reputation, and also their their towers, Trump towers. So it looks to me like maybe freezing some assets. Yep, all their real estate. Okay, we'll dive into this a little further. So meetings happening. Something new. Oh, new documents, new communications. Wow. And I don't know who this woman... Oh, I'm thinking that this is Letitia James. Wow. Okay, so yes, it's official. There's some new documents that are coming out, and given to her, right? She'll be receiving the documents. So this tells me that Ivanka, at least Ivanka, and maybe Don Jr. as well, is going to supply the information needed, because they don't want to sit in jail or even at Club Fed, which it would be, like a Bernie Madoff type of situation. So, yeah. This is definitely going down, because these are the rules, these are the obligations, the IRS, bank fraud, tax fraud, all of that. These are the rules that are, that hold society together. And so that's hanging over his real estate deals. Both of these cards are their real estate and this is their family assets together. This house card is all about, their ancestry, their heritage, their material, all their material possessions. And interesting how it landed right over the family room, right? Yeah. And then, but this long journey that they're on, and he's thinking about how long is this going to take. Yeah, I guess it's been going on. No, but then again, that's his strategy. The thoughts card. That's his strategy to always delay. And then try to run out the statute of limitations. Well, I don't think it works that way when it comes to tax law, does it? Well, maybe there is that 10-year limit. I don't know. Yeah, there is a 10-year limit. So. But if they have enough for the last 10 years, that's good enough, right? So, but with this journey card here, this is the movement, and something's going to be left behind. But it's also the journey of the soul. At least that's my, card for a journey of the soul. Yeah. This sudden wealth card, is the abundance card in the deck. It has to do with all forms of money coming in. It can be inheritance too. It is the inheritance card in the deck. So there's some rules about inheritance law. And of course, we know that Mary Trump has a lawsuit against the whole Trump org because he stole. He definitely stole from the trust, the family trust that was created years ago. He devalued everything there. So that's what's coming in there. Now, as far as timing goes, this card can be like 24 hours to, the rules with this card, 24 hours to a month. So it looks to me like something's happening this month. And Ivanka, I think Ivanka gives up something. I really do. The courtship card just has to do with meetings. Yeah, and in those meetings she's got she's trying to evade, but then there's a meeting she can't get out from under, which is eventually she's going to have to go before Letitia James, or that court. And this is separate from that. There's a civil case and a federal case, and I think hers is, I'm pretty sure hers is the civil case, and it's separate from, Letitia James is going to be receiving gifts from Ivanka. But anyway, squirrel, sorry about that. The federal case, I think, might be the one that Cy Vance Jr. was involved with, and then he handed it over to that guy named Alvin Bragg. And then I guess they're saying that there's not enough to do anything with. Well, that doesn't take away this case with Letitia James. And I don't think it's still over with that other one either. I don't know that they get the final word on that. Somebody could appeal that and bring it up, and that might be Letitia James or someone else. I have to check into that. But anyway, this is for sure the family's reputation and honor, and this card rules tall buildings, and that is coming to a painful ending, because there's the rules and regulations. Now, on another level, of course, this could be the way that they have handled, the way they have broken the rules, and that's why the painful ending is sneaking up behind on the back, on the backs of the family. Yeah. Yep. Lots of documents, unexpected documents. We can change the income to just be, unexpected documents and communications. She probably has a lot more than they know she has. Interesting. Yeah, the thievery. The thievery of the organization itself. Yeah. Court documents, subpoenas. They're not going to like what comes through. Trump's not going to like it. To remember, this is him. And his hoe-bag wife Melania is not going to, or melanoma, is not going to like it either. And there's a community of people, I think maybe because this is headed, she's pointing in this direction. When the main female or main male comes in, I have to go with the cards around. So I think she's headed to go somewhere else where she can be better received. I think she's probably had it with him. I don't know that I care about a relationship reading with them, but yeah, she's headed off to some better place. She's going to honor that longing. She might already be there. On another level, yeah, she's not going to like what's coming through, what's going to come down. But on another level, this could be, because I've gotten this before. This is a divorce card here. And this could be her filing the papers right? And he doesn't like it. Because at some point she will. Unless she negotiates more money. But you know what? What happens when the money's gone because all the assets have been seized, to sell off, to pay off this tax lawsuit, this tax amount. And insurance fraud, right? And bank fraud. Like what happens when Deutsche Bank wants their money? All these loans are coming up, right? And at some point he can't delay anymore. It's over. Oh yeah, it's over. It's over. I don't know if this is going to happen this month, but this is where he's always headed. I get this card for him every time. So, okay. It's kind of the same. It's the same thing I keep getting. It's just that I can never say when it's going to actually happen. It's all the same thing. His assets will be frozen. The kids will, his adult, heirs will betray him. And Melania's not around, I don't think. Maybe she visits if she has to, or attends some event, or maybe she has her own, I think she probably has her own little estate there on Mar-a-Lago when she visits. But I always see the divorce, and I always end up with him like that. This is the worst card in the deck. He doesn't have a job anymore. No one's hiring him. He has to try to make up his own job, but it's like he's just nuts. Right? He's talking about how Putin's a genius, but then after I'm reading this on March 2nd, the day after Biden's State of the Union address, and because of the bipartisan, the GOP, what do you call, backing Biden with his admonishment of Putin and everything he's done. Now Trump's trying to act like he was behind the GOP all this time. But that's not what he was saying days ago. It's like, does he forget the lies that he told just, 24 hours before or 4 days before or whatever, right? He's just nuts. He's lost it. So, okay, I'm going to close this up. You guys know more than I do as far as all the things he's doing and crazy things. So I can't say that there's any different news other than he's going down. And I think it's Letitia James that's going to be getting him. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be back soon to, I think I'll look into Ivanka next. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Bye.